Hey team, Nathan Watt from Watson and Watt. Today's video, I just wanted to talk about your pricing and specifically what should you do with your pricing when everything else in the world is going up. So we've got inflation going up, we've got interest rates going up, we've got wages going up. What does all that mean for you and your business? And what does it mean for your pricing? So one way to do it would just be to guess. Inflation's 5%, let's put our prices up 5%, but is that realistic? And is that the right number to get the answer that you want? So a better way to do that would be to look at the numbers, and it doesn't have to be complicated. So in this little summary I've got here, just a quick little Excel that you can pull together. I'll show you how to work it out. So let's have a look at this. So let's assume in 2021 financial year, this business did $1 million in sales, has a 30% cost of goods sale line. 300,000 in wages, some superannuation there, overheads like accounting fees, rent, insurance, all that sort of stuff. Gives them a nice profit there of $200,000. Good one. Now, 2022 inflation data has come out recently as a 5.1% annualized inflation rate. So what does that mean if you haven't increased your prices? It means your stock has gone up by 5% or $15,000. It means your wages, which have gone up by 2.4% in the last year, have gone up another 7%. Super's gone up a bit more than that because of a change in the legislation. So last year it was 9.5% of your salaries. This year it's 10%. So obviously we're multiplying a bigger percentage by a bigger base. So we're getting this large increase here in superannuation. And your other expenses have gone up as well. Accounting fees just don't quit, am I right? So here we go. So if you haven't done anything about your pricing in the last year, you're probably taking a bit of a pay cut, doing the same amount of work for less money. Doesn't sound like a lot of fun to me. So how do we know how much to increase our price? So if we just use a little bit of Excel wizardry, we can say, well, we need to increase our prices by $33,000 to get there. But what does that mean? Just jump into here, into this one. Over here, I'm going to set our net profit line to 200 by changing our sales. So our sales need to increase by 3.35% just to get us back to the same profit figure as last year. Now, an interesting thing on this is that $200,000 profit this year doesn't buy as much as $200,000 profit last year because of inflation. So if you take this out and pay your mortgage and your school fees and groceries and all that sort of stuff, you'll be able to buy less. If you keep some of this in your business to reinvest it into more stock, into more equipment, all that sort of stuff, you'll have less buying power. So what we need to do is adjust this figure by 5.1%, which is the inflation figure, which is 210,200. So again, what does our sales need to increase by so that we have the same buying power this year as we did last year? So our sales need to actually go up by 4.37%. Now, this is only part of the story. This is only catching up from the last 12 months worth of increases in everything. So what does it mean going forward? Well, if we have a look at another future year, and let's just put this back to $1 million. I was playing with this earlier. If you haven't done anything about your pricing yet, so you're still sitting at $1 million, and we estimate our inflation for the next 12 months at 3%. I don't know what it's going to be. The crystal ball doesn't tell me, but I know that the RBA is trying to keep inflation within the band of 2 to 3%. I think it would be a bad move by them if they completely squashed inflation and got it back down to 2% too quickly. That'll stop the economy before it gets started. So I think they were trying to keep it at that higher end. So let's just assume it's 3%. Where are wages going? I don't know. 2.4% again, that sounds okay. You might be thinking, well, my wages have gone up way more than that, and that's probably true. So whatever your wages growth has gone up by, put that number in. But let's just do 2.4% because that's what the stats have come out from the ABS. So let's have a look here. If you haven't done anything and you're not going to do anything, your wages are going to go up by another $7,000. Your super is going to keep growing. Your other expenses are going to keep growing. All of a sudden, your $500,000 in overhead are now $531,000. your gross profit has also taken a massive hit here of 25 grand. So you can see here that you're losing hand over fist. You're losing 56 grand on last year's profit essentially without doing anything. So what do we need to increase our pricing by just to get back to where we were, or keep it where we are? So goal seek again. We're going to set our profit to 200. Again, this is just the nominal amount. I'm going to show you what the differences are here. So if we just wanted to make $200,000 profit like we were last year, again, we need to increase our prices by another 1.22%. Let me just put that back. We would need to increase our prices by 5.64% to cover off on the anticipated growth in wages and inflation for the coming 12 months. So to be ahead of the curve, you would need to put your prices up 5.64% just to get to a $200,000 profit. Now, as I said, you'll have had 2 years worth of inflation here, so you won't have the same buying power. You'll have way less buying power here. So let's look at this. It would be another, what have we got there? That's right. There we go. Another 216,000. So let's change this. Sorry, let me change that to and then we're going to change this one as well. So we need to put our prices up another 2.8% in addition to the 4.3 we calculated before. So in total, your sales would need to increase by 7.17%, 7.2%, just to get to the same buying power in your profit as you did last year. Now this is just to keep standing still. This is not growing profit. This is not doing anything else like that. That's just standing still. So you need to be looking at this for your own business. You need to get your numbers out, go to your profit and loss statement, summarize these down, and build a little model like this and work out where you're going. Otherwise, put your finger in the air, see which way the wind blowing, and put your prices up that way. I know which one I'm going to be doing, and if you want to actually use data to make smarter business decisions, this is how you do it. Cheers.